Hey, welcome to the Fabric of Culture podcast where I interview different creatives and get insights into their life so you can apply it to your life. And I'm here with.
Low Key, CEO, Key Rags, Artist Management, PR.
All right, and what do you do?
I have a do-rag brand and I manage artists.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
What type of artists do you manage?
I manage different hip hop artists and I have one R&B artist as well. And I also work with different producers, managing them too. So
Cool,
a little
cool.
bit of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And what made you want to get into management?
I really just like helping people, achieve
Mm-hmm.
their dreams and stuff like that. So I just like be a part of change in
Yeah, yeah.
general. So and I
And
enjoy music.
what do you mean by change?
Like changing someone's life. Anything can be changing someone's life.
Mm-hmm.
A moment, a contract, a new business venture, like anything that's gonna help. Cause I do have artists that do have children as well. So
Yeah.
whatever legacy they trying to build, I wouldn't mind helping be a part of that.
Yeah, so you're a part of their legacy. You're
Yeah,
part of them building their own legacy.
yeah.
What's the, I'd say, like the biggest change you're proud of, where you saw this moment and you saw how it affected their life, or even like multiple you're proud of?
Dang, that's a good question. I would honestly say, as far as like growth within the artists that I am working with,
Mm-hmm.
I would say just like the footwork, speaking for themselves.
Mm.
Cause like when I'm in events and everything, like it's cool to go talk, represent for them, but it's a different connection when it's the artist speaking for themselves. I'm gonna do my part. Now it's time to just put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying?
I like
It
that. So
feels better.
you see them growing, like, oh, now they're
Yes.
moving for themselves too.
Yes,
You're still
exactly.
managing them, but they're making smart moves on their own.
Yes, exactly. And then just opening your mouth. You just never know what opportunity you can get just off a conversation, communicating. You know what I'm saying? And the team that I do have, I don't like for people to just deal with them just because, they deal with me.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to deal with their artists because you want to deal with their artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not like a money grab. It needs to be real connections, real genuine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And how do you sort out which ones are genuine and which ones are kind of just?
I mean, we all know what game is.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
easy to tell game.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's chess and not checkers, so you just gotta move accordingly
Mm-hmm.
when you doing this music, even the modeling stuff. It all comes with a game. So you just gotta play it the correct way. It's not hard. It is about who you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? More than really, I guess, like putting on the front, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have to not be yourself to get it accomplished.
For someone who's starting out who wants to make the right moves for themselves, what are like the smart things they can do to set themselves up for success, basically?
I mean, investing, like, that's the key thing. And I think a lot of artists get it mixed up when they do get a manager because they think the manager's supposed to pay for everything. Like,
Mm-hmm.
by all means, it's cool to help, you know what I'm saying, in different areas, but a manager is not a label. The label is doing the back end, the signing, and the whole, oh, I'm going to give you this up front, or whatever way it may go. But you got to understand when you also need a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Because why do you need a manager if there's nothing to manage?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So break it down for me. What's the success level they should need a manager, and what is the manager doing for them? Like when they're.
Okay, so I would say as far as like, goes back to investing, understanding that you have to have a budget
Mm-hmm.
within this, especially first starting out. You gotta pay to play. You know what I'm saying? Putting your face out there, that's key thing, and knowing who actually to deal with. Like, yes, I'm not saying what someone has done in the past is not gonna work, but like as far as what works for you is not gonna work for this person.
Mm-hmm.
People idolize these different celebrities and think, okay, well, if I do it this exact way, it could go like this.
Yeah.
But just because it worked for them like that, don't mean it's gonna work for you like that. You know what I'm saying? So, process-wise, investing, building your team, knowing what's for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like certain videographers, certain engineers, certain producers, like who's on your chessboard. Goes back to that.
So who's the must for that chessboard? Like, what are the pieces you absolutely need?
You absolutely need a DJ. You absolutely need an engineer, producer, photographer, videographer. As long as you, to me, personally, as long as you got those top 5 things,
Mm-hmm.
that's your team right there. There's no reason you should not be taking advantage of what's around you.
And I can imagine, but why do you need each one of those 5?
Why? Because that's the key to success.
Mhm.
Once this DJ is playing your music and all of these people are seeing this, and then you got a team that's moving accordingly, your videographer's on point, your photographer's on point, the producer, everybody's moving as a unit. If
Mhm.
everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, it's no reason for it to not work.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Let the artist be the artist. The artist should not be worrying about, oh, well, dang, I got to shoot this content myself, or I got to do this and that. When you have those key in place, now you have no other distractions. Now you can full on focus on what you're trying to do. Recording your music, getting behind the camera.
Mm.
That's the main thing. Face, showing face.
So
That
basically
is
having all
key.
those pieces together, that way you can
Yes,
focus on the music
exactly.
element. Yeah.
Because think about how it feels. Like, being an artist now, you waking up, man, I don't have a graphic designer, or I don't have this to do this. Well, if these are the key points that's missing, why are you not focusing on that? Yes, we can pay these blogs, but the blog's gonna fall in line with everything else that's behind you.
Yeah,
If it
so
makes sense.
if you're there and people are
You
seeing
have
you,
no
listening
choice.
to you,
They
yeah,
have no choice but to
they
post
gotta
you.
talk about you now.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So if you do that, take this money that you're using here, put it here. Now you can do more. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if this $500 budget can have 3 people doing what you need them to do, why not? That's gonna be consistency. That's your consistency right there. Now it's just music you focusing on. That's the artist's main thing. A lot of artists that I talk to, well, I just want to focus on my music. I just want to focus on my music. Well, do that.
The people gotta hear it too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So get those key pieces
Mhm.
so that it can be distributed properly.
Out of those 5, which one do you think is like the biggest game changer, or
Most-
top 2?
Top 2,
Yeah.
I would have to say the engineer
Mhm.
for sure. Like, an engineer and producer go hand in hand really, because a lot of engineers are producers. So it's like, yeah, the engineer and the DJ. I feel like if I was an artist and I know my budget is under 1K, let's just give 1K budget.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make sure I got a bomb engineer, because we know mixing and mastering, all that costs, and a DJ. That's gonna be my first 2 choices that I make. Who's gonna be my DJ and who's gonna be my main engineer? Because if it sound right, you getting it played, there you go.
Mhm.
Then now it's on to the videos, showing face. You gotta
Yeah.
show face.
So for the engineer, what does he exactly do? 'Cause I know what the producer does. The engineer, my
He's mixing
layman
down the
thoughts is
strong-
making it sound crisp. But
Yeah, all the way through, mixing
Mhm.
down the vocals, the beat, and even some producers that they don't know that you have to even mix down the beat. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
now you got a beat that's not mix and master. Now this engineer has to do more. Now
Yeah.
you got to master the beat and the vocals.
Mm.
You know, so
yeah.
yeah, I just feel like once people realize it's all a game, it'll be so much easier. Spend
So-
money on everything else, spend it on yourself.
How do they find you?
Find me on Instagram _lowkey _2x, everywhere else as well. So,
Yeah. And with that, live a life led without regret.